We're at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, where tonight the Golden Raiders take on conference foe Green Bay Preble. Hello, everybody. Alongside the coach, Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin. Chris, let's talk about North a little bit. They lost a game up at Green Bay East that they definitely should have won, and given the score, they lost 86-80. You got to wonder what happened to the defense.
Yeah, well, I kind of talked to some of the guys on Saturday, and they just said they couldn't miss, and they were making things from all over the place, and every time we responded, they were just on fire. And you know, that's what happens in basketball sometimes. You know, Green Bay East isn't a horrible team. They're in 5th place in the league, and you know, that was one of those things that, like you said, probably North should have won after you beat Bayport and you played such a good game against Sheboygan. But you know, East isn't that bad. You know, but you know, I thought that was one North should have had.
In other words, it wasn't a case where North played terrible as much as it is East played a really super ball game. Let's talk about Preble. They come in 7-11, 5-7 in conference. It seems like, you know, and we've talked about this before, when you get these home conference games that you should win, you should win them. I mean, you got to win them to stay in the race, and this would seem like a game North should win.
Yes, it is. Preble hasn't beat a team with a winning record yet. They've only got one road win this year, so one place they, you know, all the, you know, stars are aligned for North to get the victory, but you got to play the game. Preble has played better as the year's gone on. They're a very young ball club, kind of tall a little bit, but it seems like that's always the case against Sheboygan North, or it always seems like your opponent's always bigger than you are, but they've been playing better. But again, it's a team that's on the bottom of the league that you should take care of.
I was talking to John Schumann before I came over, and he said, oh, you're covering that Preble game. Jim Wall likes to slow it down. And we've known that in the past. They do like to do that. But in watching the JV game, they were running up and down the court. Has the varsity changed their tactics?
Well, I know they got they're scoring some points. I know they've got some points this year, and like I said, it's kind of been one of those things that's done in a building process. So they're going to try to get in the 50s. They've been, which is pretty much like most of the league.
Trying to get into the 50s.
Well, like 55, 56 points a game. So they have been scoring some points and things. And like I said, they've been playing better. They do have a nice player in Connor Curtis, and he's averaging 15-1. He's 6'6", and he's just a sophomore. So he's the kind of guy you got to probably look for against Preble.
Of course, we always look to Davis Larson to get some scoring for North. He's definitely an all-conference candidate. They got to lean on him a little bit tonight, I think, in order to make some hay.
Yeah. As always, I believe he's 3rd in rebounds in the league. I think he's 3rd in scoring in the league. And something that's unique, he leads the league in assists, which is kind of thing. And like I said, he's just your overall player. And you know, some people may ask, why do you always call him Charles Barkley and all this stuff? Well, Charles Barkley was actually, you know, listed at 6'6", 6'7", but actually was 6'4", and got all those rebounds and all those points. Well, Davis Larson, he's only 6'4", and he gets all those rebounds and all those points, and he also likes to dish it a little bit too.
Be nice to get some contributions from other players. I'm talking like Rudolph and Gerber, you know, those kind of guys. You got to get those other three-point shooters making baskets to take the pressure off of Larson.
It seems like whenever we come and do a game for North, it seems like the three-point basket's been going in. Gerber's had some games. Hazenstein's just had a great second half of the year. Ever since, you know, January 1st has turned over, his average just continues to climb, and he's getting more and more confidence. And we forget he's just a sophomore too. But you know, it is senior night, so you got Belmore there and Gerber, 2 of the guys that have been there for a while to take care of things. So there's a couple of seniors that actually didn't play basketball. They're on the team this year as well. And so it is senior night, and they like to take care of business on that big night.
Now the JVs and the freshmen lost tonight, so we need a win from the varsity, and hopefully they'll get that. Until the start of tonight's game, we're going to step out, but when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for tonight's basketball game.
What happened to your face? Some risks are obviously not worth taking.
Watch where you're going!
Some aren't as obvious, but could be just as deadly, like the risk for type 2 diabetes, especially if you're over 45 or overweight. Take the diabetes risk test. It's free and takes less than a minute. Type 2 diabetes is one risk you can't afford to take. So stop diabetes before it stops you.
I remember how much you said you liked mine. Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
I'm bored. I think I'll ride my bike.
It may never be this easy to help your kids find balance, but you have more power than you know. For a free Parent's Handbook plus other resources, visit the We Can website. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game between the Green Bay Preble Hornets, coached by Jim Wall, and the Sheboygan North High Runnin' Raiders, coached by Tom Desautels. Here's your starting lineups. First for the Hornets from Green Bay Preble. A junior, number 15, Connor Lemons. A senior, number 21, Parker Kraft. A senior, number 43, Logan Tillman. A junior, number 45, Nathan Prevost. And a junior, number 51, Connor Curtis. And now the starting lineup for your very own Sheboygan North High Runnin' Raiders. Number 4, a senior, Eli Belmore. A senior, number 5, Matt Gerber. A senior, number 24, Nick Rudolph. A junior, number 44, Davis Larson. A senior, number 51, Eric Susha. Tonight's officials are Dan Merton, Terrence Sipple, and Tom Rush. These individuals are registered by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and are assigned by North High School and the Fox River Classic Conference. Their experience and integrity qualify them to administer the rules of the game. Tonight's athletic training services provided by Purveyor Sports Medicine of Green Bay in partnership with St. Nicholas, St. Mary, and St. Vincent Hospitals. Tonight's athletic trainer, Mr. Chris Lenz.
All righty, we're getting ready for action. Toss is up, and we're underway. Preble comes in 7 and 11, and a three-point basket just like that is made by Connor Lemons.
Second leading scorer for them, Lemons. Just
Three-point attempt by Rudolph is no good, and Larson able to tie up the Preble player, Logan Tillman, and North will get the possession.
Thought they might get over the back there on Davis.
Yeah, it was
Don't want
close.
him to get a good, quick foul, Marty.
Quick start by Preble. They got a three-pointer. They lead it 3-0. Shusha couldn't get the roll. Made a nice move in the lane.
Curtis with the rebound. He leads the conference in rebounds. That's number 51. Just a sophomore. Oh, they got him as a junior. I'm sorry. He is a junior. I apologize.
Deep three. Another basket by Lemons. Quick start. A lot of game left, but you're going to have to extend the defense on Lemons. Davis going hard to the basket and scores.
Well, Preble's not going to have to play D like that, or they're going to have a long night.
5-second count.
Davis Larson will just take care of you there.
Making early entry in for Sheboygan North is Ethan Sinellis. Good cover-up defense by Lemons to get out on Gerber.
North going to try to use their quickness over the size of Preble.
Larson eyed up the three but didn't take it. Preble playing pretty good defense. Gerber's shot is no good. Shusha with the board. Gerber again. Again it's off, and they're going to get Sinellis with a push-off.
Well, Preble's coached by Jim Wall. His son Camden is on the team. He's just a freshman. He's the fourth leading scorer. And Camden's grandpa was the coach at Preble, and a good one.
Keith Wall. He came on board right after I graduated, Chris. His first year was the 68-69 season.
And he had a heck of a program there for a long time, and his son's trying to continue that.
North pulls it back out.
Twice Preble couldn't even get the inbounds in.
Larson open. Rolled off, no good. Shusha had the ball knocked away. I think they're going to get Nathan Prevost with a foul. Prevost picks up the foul. Larson going hard to the basket, kisses it off the glass, and it's in.
And nobody for Preble stepped up to take the charge. Like I said, David's going to have a big night if Preble plays D like that.
Preble very content to move the ball around the outside.
Looks like the D's picked up a little bit for North, Marty.
Gonna have to extend it out a little bit. Parker Kraft had it, and there's a travel. Logan Tillman shuffled the feet.
Yeah, he switched pivot foot or shuffled or whatever he did. It wasn't right.
Here's a tongue twister, Chris.
I
Number
know
25, Trent Vandenhouten.
I know you like saying those names.
We'll just call him Hootie.
Well, Preble had those two quick threes, but they've now added 3 turnovers. Now North's only down by 2 with 4:30 left, quarter number 1.
Belmore eyeing up a three and nails it. He doesn't shoot from out there very often, but he nailed that one and gives North the lead. Parker Kraft. Larson with the good D inside. There's almost a 3-second call, but North steals it. Good decision by Belmore to pull it back out. Preble continuing in the 2-3 zone.
Good patience by North.
I was just thinking the same thing, Chris.
We walked.
Yeah, I was going to say a little bit of a delayed call, but a good one. Shusha got the ball. Man, it's like the parting of the Red Sea. Let me in. Oh, they had him trapped, but let him go.
Kind of stuck the leg out there a little bit, Matt. I'll tell you, Marty, Preble hit those 2 threes, and with 3:37 left, that's the only 2 shot attempts they have.
Jeez. Yeah, they've run into a turnover bug against this pressure man-to-man defense. Lemons looked like he shuffled the feet, but didn't. Missed the shot. Good power inside by Connor Curtis. Again, good cover-up defense by the Preble Hornets. Gerber looked like he was open for a second, but the defense got out on him. .245 left in the first quarter. Preble on top, 8-7. Gerber from way outside had his shot blocked. Belmore got it. Got it out to Larson. His shot bounced around, no good. And Curtis comes away with the rebound.
You mentioned he leads the league in rebounds. He's got 3 earlier already.
Ethan Sinellis is guarding Lemons, who made those 2 threes. Curtis inside, powers it in.
Yeah, he used his 6'6" frame. And he's looked like he's been in the weight room a little bit.
Gerber, a forced shot. Got caught up in the air, didn't know what to do with it.
He did what you would do, Marty.
Hey, shoot it. There's a travel shuffle of feet by Nathan Prevost.
Wow. I know we sit
Jones, Hasenstein, and Rudolph in.
Sorry,
Go ahead,
Marty.
Chris.
I was just going to say we talk about it often about varsity players and the number of times they travel at this level.
That shouldn't happen.
That's 8th grade stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
You're a varsity basketball player and you can't put the ball on the floor.
Ozzie down the baseline, feeds it inside to Shusha, but he gets fouled by Parker Kraft.
Just the 2nd foul and a good dump and dish to Shusha. Looks like our boys in the paint are going to have their way a little bit tonight.
Well, I don't know about that, Chris, the way Connor Curtis has looked inside for Preble.
Well, it seems like they have one and we have many. So we're good in numbers.
Yep.
I think Larson and I think Kaminsky will be good too.
Kaminsky. Speaking of Kaminsky, he's at the scorer's table.
You don't see this applied pressure by North very often unless they know they can take advantage of a team. And they're definitely taking advantage of this team.
Good crossover dribble by Lemons to break the press. And a good steal by Hasenstein. Looked like his arm was grabbed and neither official was down in front of the play and missed that one.
Yep.
That was a clear foul. Caught the tail end of it. Good replay carry, way to slip that one in there. Ozzy. Jones with a flat-footed jumper is no good. Hasenstein's rebound shot is good.
Just wanted it more.
We're all tied at 10. Here you see the miss by Jones, the quick rebound by Hasenstein, and off the glass and in. And another turnover by Preble, and North has it right back. 49.7 seconds left in the first quarter. We're all tied, 10 apiece.
7 turnovers for Preble.
Oh, man. Be interesting to see if North takes a shot before the clock runs out. Rudolph eyed it up, no good. Hasenstein, shot was blocked. Rudolph got it back, he's fouled, and Connor Curtis just came down with the hammer to block that shot. Watch this. Right here. Woofda. But picking up the foul is Hootie, Vandenhouten.
31 seconds left, Marty. Now I think they'll hold it for 1.
Probably be a good idea, you're right. I wonder if they know what the time situation is. Preble has it now with 20 seconds left and a chance to take the lead.
Wait till you see the distribution or the...
Oh, they got it inside. Too easy. Curtis has 6 in the quarter. Larson got it. And that's the end of 1 quarter of play. We're all tied up, 12 apiece.
Every day, thousands of community and school groups, volunteer and government producers, technical staff and residents reach out to your community through one of the most powerful communication tools available, cable TV. PEG Access produces more new local programming each week than all the programming produced by NBC, CBS, ABC, Fox, and PBS combined. PEG Access channels provide communities with a diverse, independent, and local voice. Thank you for watching and for your continued support of public, education, and government access television.
In Wisconsin,
at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, getting ready to start second quarter action. Bob Gerges coming up. What do you want? 95. 99 or 95, take your pick. Somewhere between 1 and 100. Boy, oh boy, they just struggle, Chris. Holy cow. Another turnover. Hazy hard dishes it off to Rudolph for an easy 2. Hazy with the assist.
Yep, they can't handle pressure at all, and the Sharks swarm.
Timeout by Preble to avoid the 10-second count. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. I'm stunned at how bad they are at handling pressure, Chris.
Well, a couple things. Number 1, they don't have anybody in the middle. Number 2, you can go backwards to go forward, and in that, you should have somebody to go throw the ball backwards, and then you can move back up the floor. They just walk into the trap, and they have nobody there to get the ball to anybody. I mean, there's no place to retreat. There's no place in the middle. Basically, this is Coach Wall's fault. And, you know, nobody scouts more than Coach Desatel. probably got tape of Preble about 20 games in the last how many years, and they know exactly what they do, and they're jumping on them.
Rudolph was looking for the opportunity to double team Parker Kraft, but it just didn't develop. Kaminsky may get called for the foul. It's going to be him or Rudolph.
Green Bay Preble shooting 83% from the floor, and they're losing.
They're going to get it on Hasenstein.
You got to have a plan of attack against the pressure.
Curtis now with 7 points after that made free throw. We're all tied at 14. Hasenstein's had a good run here, Chris, since he came off the bench.
He's really played well since January 1st, as we mentioned in the
Rudolph.
opening. North
you
now.
just can't let him stand there and eye it up.
Yep, North now 2 of 10 from 3.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
Belmore is the only one that hit that one.
That's right, until this
Yeah, they're...
Lemons nails another 3. Got to keep an eye out for that boy. Tied up again.
17 apiece, 6.5. Oh!
Good save by Nick Rudolph, getting it over to Larson for an easy 2.
There's nobody in the middle of the floor.
Ozzy got it. Oh, there's an offensive foul, yes. And a technical foul. That should be.
He's thinking. He's
not going to call it anymore. He should have right away.
That's an easy call, and of course Preble fans are saying, but you know what?
Parker Kraft with 3 fouls. I don't know if Tom Rush came over and called the technical foul.
Yeah, and the fans are mad, but you can yell all you want, but that is just North playing good defense.
That's exactly what it is.
There's no fouls there.
Okay,
Your
Kraft
kids can't
picked up
handle
the
the press.
technical foul, Chris. He has 4 now.
That was an easy call. That was a frustration call on Kraft, and he's going to have a short night.
Rudolph at the line nails it. It's a quick run here, Chris. 6-point run makes it 23-17.
They can't handle the pressure. It's a reason that North has the lead that they have, and they've caused 9 turnovers.
That frustration, Bill's not just because of the pressure, but I think maybe the frustration of them not being able to handle it.
Correct.
You know, getting turnover after turnover.
Oh, yeah. The blood pressure gets going, and then you get
frustrated.
frustrated.
What a feed.
One thing North's done really well this... Whoop. I was just going to say, make the extra pass. And then he chucks up an air ball.
Oops.
Come on, Eli. Help me out.
Hey, you're a left-hander, man. We don't shoot air balls.
Yeah, it just seems like North always just has that nice extra pass to find a more open shot. There's another push that wasn't called on Lemons this time.
Somebody get on that boy. He's nailed 3 threes in the half, has 9 points, leads all scorers. Wall is only a freshman, Chris.
And he's all of 5'5".
Three-point attempt is no good. Larson with the rebound. Yep, that was a good call. Slid the first foot before he made the pass.
That miss there was only Preble's second miss of the night, and they're down by 6. Here's the freshman Wall.
Belmore has him. Rudolph working a little harder on Lemons. And I think they're going to get a foul on Kaminsky prior to the shot. Yes, they are. Big Sam. That's only the 4th foul on North. Well, if they can keep tabs on Connor Curtis and Connor Lemons, they'll be okay. Good help defense by Shusha to cut off the baseline. If you watched Belmore that last time too, he was covering up the lob pass, sunk down on defense on the weak side. Rudolph got out there, but a little too late. Another three-point basket by Connor Lemons, and he has 12.
4 of 4 from out there.
It'd be nice to know what his three-point shooting percentage is for the year. I can't imagine he's going to keep this up all game. Make the extra pass.
Yep, 4 minutes till half. North only up by 3.
Larson open,
6.
Bango.
Excuse me, 6. Bingo.
That time they got it in the middle, Chris.
And they passed it backwards. Well done there.
26-20, North on top. 3:45 left in the first half. Wall, high arching shot, rimmed off. Shusha with a nice strong two-handed rebound. Rudolph, nice rainbow, couldn't get it in. Shusha, strong board, missed it. Larson on the offensive board gets fouled.
Larson with his second rebound.
Larson has 11 points on the night. Looking for number 12. Hasenstein checking out, Chris. He had a nice run in this first half. Gerber in for him.
8 offensive rebounds for North in the first half. That's outstanding. I always say rebounding is the most overrated stat. You know what the biggest stat is? Offensive rebounds, because sometimes people say, well, we got all these rebounds. Well, that's because the other team misses. But offensive rebounds is huge.
Another timeout by Preble. They couldn't get the ball in. 27-20, North on top, their largest lead of the ball game so far. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Our next broadcast is going to be on Saturday. That's coming up here, February 14th. When South travels up to the dark side to play North. Girls game starts at 6. Boys game will start about 25 minutes after that. And then we have a game maybe on Tuesday. We're checking into that. De Pere comes to Sheboygan to play the North girls. Definitely on the schedule, though, is Christian traveling up over to Lutheran for the Lutheran Christian Holy War by the Shore. That's February 19th. And then our last game is this same Preble team traveling over to South. We'll have more on that De Pere North game if something develops. We're still working on it. Good pass inside. Curtis for 2 more. He's having a big first half, Chris. You can't stop him.
4 for 4. And 4 boards.
Now, you looked at his arms, it looks like he may have been doing some weight room work.
Yep, he's a strong kid.
A big body, broad shoulders.
Just a junior.
The kind of guy, when he jumps up for that inside shot, people just kind of bounce off him. When I was in high school, I think it was Preble, they had a kid by the name of John DeYoung. Big guy, just like this Curtis kid. And I remember a play on the baseline. Whack, get that out of here. Anyway, I threw the ball off of DeYoung, and he didn't even fit, didn't even flinch. There's another offensive foul not called. 27-22. Three-pointer again by Connor Lemons. Oh, my. They're right there, Chris. Also in the ball game for North, his first time is Evan Plotz. Shusha couldn't get it. Rudolph trying for the board. I think is going to get called. Are they going to get the Preble kid?
You're kidding. No.
It should be on Rudolph.
Yep. Minute and a half.
For
North
Nick,
just
that's
up by
his first.
2. Oh, sorry, Marty.
Go ahead. Timeout is by North, I believe. Preble has been hitting some long shots. They have 5 3-point baskets, all of them by Connor Lemons. He leads all scorers with 15 points. Also chipping in with 10 is their big inside guy, Connor Curtis. He has 10. For North, they're being led by Davis Larson, who has 12. Nick Rudolph has 7. Chris checking up here in the booth, seeing where he can get his Powerball tickets. He's going for the 400 mil. I heard you and Eric are going to drive over together, get some tickets.
You know, with that Powerball 450, can't they, how about somebody wins 10 million, 10 million winners? Isn't that good enough? Instead of a half a billion?
Nope. Let the winner give away 10 million to 40 different people. There's a travel not called. Oh, Shusha with the foul, but powering it up and in was Nathan Prevost.
I thought he walked too, Marty. Just like that, we're tied. I mean, North has just dominated this half.
7-point run looking for number 8.
Wow.
That's 8 in a row. Rolling down to 1 minute left in the first half.
Got to get Davis going and attacking to the basket.
Preble continuing in that 2-3 zone, Chris. They haven't deviated from that. Larson, little penetrate and kick. Oh, a rainbow 3 by Hasenstein is good. North up 2. And a travel. It didn't look like a travel. Jim Wall jumping off the bench. Wanted a call, didn't get it.
I don't think he did either.
Got some very boisterous fans up here. 15 seconds left. North is going to hold it for one. They have the lead, 30-28. Larson steps into a three, around and out and down.
That should be North's ball.
Long three attempt at the buzzer is no good, and we're at halftime with North on top, 33-28.
Usually, a texting and driving prevention ad would show you some shocking statistics, or maybe a sad family member that lost someone. They might even show you the last text they sent to scare you. But one of the most scariest statistics is about time. Specifically, the amount of time you're not able to watch the road.
This video was submitted by a student through the Teens Drive Smart program. For more information on teen safety, visit teensdrivesmart.com.
One of my most rewarding experiences as a dietitian has been actually quite recently, just a year ago, when I met Donna, because she was so motivated and ready to lose weight and to get healthier.
Well, since I've met Sue and listened to her guidance, I've lost about 80 pounds, and I have been taking off almost all my medications. To me, I mean, that's something to shout about. I just see the future getting better and better and better because I'm getting healthier and healthier and healthier.
By Allie Campbell and Kayla Bricko. Please welcome to the floor your North High varsity dance team and their boys in training.
I gotta ask him, 'cause if I don't, it's poppin'. I don't know, it's poppin'. Let's go. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? It's that my lip gloss is cool. My lip gloss be poppin'. I'm standing at my locker and all the boys keep stopping. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? It's that my lip gloss is poppin'. My lip gloss is cool. All the boys keep jocking. They chase me after school.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. It's going down for real. 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 It's going down for real.
North High varsity dance team.
Ian Ralston was a combat medic who was injured in Iraq. When I met Ian, I knew he had to help him get his housing grant, an auto grant, and every benefit to live as normal a life as possible. And we did.
PVA has helped hundreds of thousands of veterans get the care and benefits they've earned.
My name is Jason Stevenson, and I work for Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Paralyzed Veterans of America, changing lives, building futures.
Gift giving is hard.
Gift giving is an art.
What do you give the person who's got everything?
I gave her a heifer.
You're giving me a cow for my birthday? It's a farm animal.
It's more than a gift. A farm animal helps families in hunger. Gifts like this change lives.
Give different. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Hanukkah, whatever you want.
Give a family life. It's more than a gift.
It's the best gift I ever gave.
Our second half action. Let's go through some of the scoring. Connor Lemons had 15 points. Connor Curtis 10. And Tillman Logan Tillman had 3 for North. Eli Belmore with 3, Zach Hasenstein 7, Nick Rudolph 7, Eric Shusha had 1, and Davis Larson with 15. Chris, what do you got?
I got 71% shooting for Preble, and you trail by 5. That's because you've turned it over 10 times. You've only shot the ball 14. North has doubled your shot attempts on a combination of 2 things, those turnovers and hitting the offensive rebounds. Both teams have hit 5 3-pointers there, and the big blow was the 4 fouls on Parker Kraft.
Kraft still on the bench. He is not starting. That might be a product of either the 4 fouls, Chris, or the getting the technical foul. Might be a discipline thing. We don't know.
You know, they weren't going to call it right away. I was thinking about that for a while after. Maybe they should have just let it go.
No, I felt the late call is better than no call in that instance.
Okay.
But that's my own personal opinion.
I just thought it was frustrating.
Plus, he's my brother-in-law.
Well, it's frustrated, and because of the foul, but it was a legitimate offensive foul. But once they didn't call it right away, you know, sometimes you walk away from that, and I'm not saying what he did was right, but.
No, I know.
Nice finish to the second quarter to give North that lead, huh, Marty?
Speaking of runs, North had a 10-3 run to get them out to a comfortable lead, but right after they did that, Preble came up with an 8-0 run and actually took the lead. North finished the half on a 6-0 run, and that's where they have that 5-point lead.
Yeah, that closing run was the key. North this year, their worst quarter is quarter number 3, and that's what we're in. They average just 13 points a quarter. Oddly enough, they're averaging 29 for the halves in the first half, so they were above their average there.
North has shot 7 free throws now, looking at number 8. Preble has only shot 3. However, they did make all 3. But they're not getting to the line. And North now with a 7-point lead. It equals their biggest lead of the ball game. They've played solid defense. Lemon's on the loose. And slipping inside and scoring was Logan Tillman.
That was the right thing for Tillman to take it right to the glass.
Gerber with a nice save. I think he had a great save when we were here the last time, Chris. It was down on the other end of the court.
By the way, I didn't like the Preble press breaker, and I'll explain why later.
Tie up. Should be Preble ball, North. North Lady Raiders up by 4 at halftime at Preble. A ball tipped away, but not able to come up with it was Eli Belmore. Connor Curtis gets fouled on the shot attempt.
Let me tell you, Curtis was open for about 10 seconds and nobody got him the basketball. And he's going to have to earn his 2 points instead of getting an easy basket, which he's not going to do.
Curtis was 2 for 2 in the first half.
You're supposed to mention that before he shot, Marty.
I know, I was thinking that. I didn't think his releases in those first half makes were very good. That one looked a little better.
He's a nice player.
Big body inside, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's either a first or second team all-conference player.
Kick out to Belmore. He's open, nails his second 3 of the ball game.
6th three-pointer for North. Much better that time on their press breaker.
Shot is no good. Gerber with the board. Larson hard to the basket and scores.
Once again, the best player on the floor.
9-point lead by North. A new high for a lead in tonight's ball game. Running into that 10-second count, and there it is. No, it's a timeout. Preble to avoid the violation. It's going to be a full timeout by Preble with 5:11 left in the third quarter. North on top, 40-31.
Because sometimes, even the rescuers need to be rescued. The Coast Guard Foundation. Find out how you can help at rescuetherescuers.org.
This little chick has hearing loss. It can be lonely, sad, and often accompanied by ringing in the ears or even loss of balance. But there's good news, because birds have an almost magical way of regenerating their inner ear cells to restore their own hearing, so they can live a happy, chirpy lifestyle. Imagine if science could achieve the same miracle with people. While at Hearing Health Foundation, we support research that is doing just that. Visit us at hhf.org and learn more about the cure for hearing loss and tinnitus.
Wife questioned you. Does your wife question you about your hearing?
What? I always thought not hearing very good was a attribute when you're an umpire.
That's because you're too cold in the spring.
Oh, boy. I still remember that doubleheader we played at Field of Dreams.
Against Preble.
Yeah, exactly, yeah, and it was raining to beat the band.
And
Chris,
it was about 34
Chris said we're
degrees.
getting them in.
34 degrees, brutal wind / rain, snow. Yuck, that was just an awful day.
Now that you think back, it was kind of fun.
Yeah, we won one of the games.
Parker Kraft in the ball game after a long layoff, scores a 3.
Preble was state ranked at the time, and we knocked him off, and we were mutters.
Better mutters than they were. Who was the kid that got belted in the next week on a play at second base? Remember that?
Yep, you got the head.
Hazy rolls one in from deep. And going down hard was Nathan Prevost. Take that back. That was Logan Tillman. Ooh, that one had to hurt.
Yep. Parker Kraft is in the game. Got that last 3. Remember, he has 4 fouls. Got an offensive foul for number 3 and a technical foul for number 4. That's him with the ball.
They wanted to throw the double team on him, but Hazy elected to run back on defense. Kick out to Wall. He tries to penetrate, but good defense by North. Vanden Hooten in the ball game for Preble. There's another travel not called. Kraft, deep. Gerber with the board. North with an opportunity to build on the 9-point lead.
It's a fast-moving game, Marty, because of the zone and
blocking foul inside. That's going to go on Connor Curtis. It's only his first foul, Chris. Rudolph in for Gerber. Desso sitting on the bench, Chris. Seems like most of the games that we're at, he's a little more animated.
Having a nice year again, Coach. He's put together a very nice squad. Always prepared. Kids work awful hard in the summer and year-round.
I think that's a key right there.
And it's not just
Hazy
basketball.
baseline dishes it off to Shusha, and then Kraft comes away with it. Turnover by North. Good idea, though.
Yep. Finishing my point with North there as Susha picks up the foul. You know, it's not just basketball. I mean, they're fitness and conditioning too. You know, we obviously wish they'd all play more sports, but they do stay in, you know, physical shape. They lift, they run, they do the hills. Their off-season training in the fall, if they're not doing a sport, is just outstanding. But they do play a lot of games 12 months out of the year.
I think it might have been a couple of years ago, North was where Tom Desitel was pretty proud. His kids had played over 150 games throughout the summer. One for two trip for Connor Lemons. He now has 16 points. Larson still leads all scorers with 17. North rotating guys underneath the basket and through, trying to get open on the baseline. Preble has done a good job with their defense for the most part, Chris, playing this zone.
Very patient.
1:50 left in the third quarter. North up by 8.
Yeah, Coach Desitel looks very content with the boys.
Drive to the basket by Hasenstein. Couldn't get it in. Connor Curtis was in the way.
He's up now. He didn't like that at all.
Lemons looking for the three, but pretty good defense played out there by Hasenstein. Kraft with a dump down. Curtis good. North has not found an answer to that yet, Chris.
No, and Preble doesn't go to it very much, which thank goodness. Hasenstein deep.
Ozzy, that was a little short. And then we're going to get a foul underneath the basket. Kaminsky with a holding foul.
I don't think he was near the play.
Yeah, well.
I thought they might get
Platz and Sinellis in.
Somebody on the hustle was out of bounds, maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was, actually, I thought it should have just been out of bounds. Rudolph got there a little late. Kraft able to break the press with the dribble. Prevost wanted to shoot it, but passed it up.
Travel.
And I think the foul is going to happen before the shot.
Well, I like the defense by Larson there. He was nice and low, good position. Again, well coached. But they did get it in deep to Curtis again. Thought he shuffled his feet, though.
To shut that lob off, you have to have some weak side help if you're going to get caught in front of them. Shot is no good by Lemons. North
close.
with only a 6-point lead. There's 30 seconds left and counting. They're going to play for one.
Not a lot of scoring this quarter.
No. North had 21 in the second. Preble had 16. North has scored 7 so far this quarter. I mean 10, pardon me.
Yeah. Look to shoot, look to shoot.
Good side to Platz, and he gets fouled.
Say
going to be
goodnight.
shooting a pair, and that's going to be it for Connor Kraft.
As Hawk Harrison says, you
Grab
gone.
some bench. He gone. I was looking for the grab some bench. All right, Chris, here was one they brought up, I think, on college basketball today a while back. Do you need 30 seconds to bring in a substitute? How about 10?
Yeah, I heard that same discussion.
Jay Billis, I think, brought it up. You know, ways in which we can cut down the time it takes to play a game.
Because most of the times, both teams basically take an extra timeout, and he was saying,
and it's never 30 seconds; it's closer to 45 or a minute even.
And he was saying in college basketball, they already get 4-minute timeouts, and then every team gets 5 timeouts.
Yeah,
and they're not going to eliminate the 4-minute timeouts because that's all about commercials.
Got to pay the bills.
Yep. Get in there.
Plotz missed a pair. And we're at the end of 3 quarters of play with North on top, 43-37.
Every child adopted from foster care remembers their one day. The day he first met his forever family. The day their adoption was finalized. More than 100,000 children are waiting for their one day.
My one day was happy.
Find out more at nationaladoptionday.org.
Did you know that your thumbs are some of the scariest things on the planet? Every year, an average of 6,000 people lose their lives to thumbs that are used to text while driving. That means that your opposable digit is more dangerous than volcanoes, sharks, airplanes, jellyfish, tigers, lions, tornadoes, roller coasters, hippos, skydiving, spiders, and snakes. Texting while driving is more dangerous than all of those things. So why isn't it one of your biggest fears?
This video was submitted by a student through the Teens Drive Smart program. For more information on teen safety, visit teensdrivesmart.com.
Back at North High School, North High School's at Cutie Fieldhouse, starting 4th quarter action. Raiders on top by 6. They had it up to 9 with an opportunity to build on that, but Preble is hung tough. Switch to is it a man-to-man defense now, Chris, or are they staying with the zone? Yep, still playing the zone.
It looks like a zone.
Gerber cut through, nobody went with them.
That was a slow quarter, Marty, as far as scoring, but went quickly.
North has 5 team fouls. Preble only 3. North being very patient. Cut through by Larson. Shot off the glass is no good. And then we get a foul underneath. That's going to go on Logan Tillman. For Tillman, I've got that as his first foul of the ball game. And the 4th team foul on Preble here in the second half. Oh, Plotz has it. Kick it out, buddy. Surrounded by too many black shirts.
5 fouls on North, 4 on Preble.
And again, North pulls it out, trying to be very patient, trying to get a good shot against this zone.
Yeah, why not?
They actually had a pretty good offensive set the last time with Larson cutting down the lane and getting it. Camden Wall coming out on Belmore. Their Preble has to extend the defense a little bit. North giving it the old 4-corner offensive try. Rudolph off no good. Larson on the springboard puts it up and in. On the trampoline. Well, breaking through the double team in the corner was Tillman. Jump shot in the lane is around and out. Plotz with the rebound. Good move by Nathan Prevost.
Nice.
Rudolph hung in there and got the basket. 10-point lead by North.
Yep, starting to get away.
Long 2-point attempt is up and good by Prevost.
Funky looking shot, but it went in. I've seen a lot of funky shots this year, Marty, by varsity players.
Yeah, it's amazing the technique that some players don't have. Good defense played out on top by Tillman on Larson. Camden Wall. And now they got Connor Lemons on Larson. That's a nice matchup, huh, Chris?
Yep. And now we're going man-to-man.
Larson couldn't get it off the glass. And then Plotz knocked it out of the hand of Logan Tillman. The Hornets will keep it.
Griffin Summers checks in.
Griffin Summers coming in. I don't remember him being on the floor in the first half, Chris.
Nope.
Oh, bust out.
He's a sophomore.
Tillman had a wide open floor. Lemons with a long three, around and out. Hoop didn't want it. All of a sudden, they don't look like a finely oiled machine.
Well,
see if they can get something going here.
Looks like they're just trying to run clock and take advantage of layups and stuff. So we're down to 4 minutes already, Marty.
One thing that North has not done recently is send that cutter through to the other side.
Right. Rudolph
They've just been going up and down and get a foul on the side on Prevost. That's his third.
Thought it's been a very well officiated game, Marty.
Yep. Guys have done a nice job, and then we get a late timeout. They're going to give it to Preble.
That's their fourth.
Yeah, they don't have many left. There's 3:58 left. North is up 47-39. We'll be right back.
You're treated for breast cancer, get the facts. Women who are told about their breast reconstruction options report feeling in control and experiencing a higher quality of life after cancer.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
I know because I am one of them.
Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
Yeah, once again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight marks senior
Good.
night.
Nice start. Back here at North High School's Acuity Fieldhouse, it's a senior night tonight. We will not be sticking around for that. When this ball game's over, we're going to wrap it up and send the crew home. Kerry Kautzer, our director, in the truck. We have the invisible man running the floor camera. And Eric Wiesman, normally our floor man, is up here. Richard Bartson, not able to make it, had some other commitments. But you still have Chris and Mike. That's always exciting. Whoa. Oh. Rudolph tried to save it, and he did, but unfortunately it went right to a Preble player. Tillman, a bad turnover there. Tried to make the impossible pass. 3:30 left in the ball game. North has been, Connor Curtis picks up the foul. Not to worry, it's only his second.
And just a 6-team foul on Preble, and they're running out of time. 3:29 left, they're down by 8. And again, it goes back to the, can they score quick enough to even catch North? And North does a very nice job of taking care of the ball. That was just their, I believe, their 5th turnover.
What I find interesting, Chris, is Evan Plotz remaining in the ball game during this key time. Coach showing a lot of confidence in him. Evan, around and out. Put back, good, and he's fouled.
Working on his offensive rebounds.
Oh, that was a win-win, huh, Chris?
Yep. Well, I liked the way he played a couple weeks ago, and then the last time we were here, he didn't play at all, and played a lot here in the second half.
0 for 3 from the line, though. That's not a good thing.
Nobody in the middle.
Good press break that time by the young Griffins. Summers, pardon me. Wall with a long 3. (49-42). Inside to Platz. He's got 2 more, Chris.
I like the way he plays. He's a little spark. Hustles quite a bit.
Summers on the kick. Wall with another rainbow 3. Couldn't get it. Larson kicks it down to Eli. He puts it up. No good. Trying to tip it in. No good. And a foul on Nick Rudolph. It's only number 6 by North. 2:24 left. The Raiders up 9. Yeah, that foul gets him to the bench. Hasenstein in.
The Lady Raiders 37.
North Lady Raiders with a comfortable lead up in Preble. Get down on the floor. Oh, good hustle by Hasenstein. North has it. Sinellis gets fouled. He'll be going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Foul on Nick DeKaiser.
DeKaiser picks up the foul. Sinellis going to the line to shoot a 1-and-1, Chris. He needs to make this one. And another missed free throw by the Raiders. This has not been a good half.
That's kind of been their bugaboo this year, Marty. Is
Good hustle by Sinellis, but Preble comes up with it. Wall with a scoop.
Jeez.
No good. Sinellis making a very dangerous pass back to the middle of the court in front of the Preble basket, but Belmore was able to gather it in.
Follows on Connor Lemon.
I know Camden Wall's just a freshman, and when he's a senior, he's going to be a good player. But right now, he's got some major hurdles
Issues.
to jump. Well, his shot's kind of goofy, and he's strong with the ball, though. I'll give him credit for that.
2 for 8 from the line. 2 for 7 from the line here in the second half, Chris. Lemons.
Where are you going, son?
Well, he had the ball. He actually made, I thought, a pretty nice move down the baseline. It's when he brought it up to shoot it, he lost it.
Everything except for the final part.
Ozzy wide open, scores.
53-42. Minute and a half.
And the largest lead.
Yep. Wall for 3. Clank.
That one's off. Plotz tipped it. Larson got it.
Wall
and Wall's going to get a tripping foul on Belmore. Let's see if we can hit a free throw, boys.
Follows on Captain Wall.
I just have 5 rebounds for Davis tonight. Then again, there hasn't been a lot of shot attempts to get rebounds.
Wow, this is just amazing, Chris. Oh, man. You know, we've talked about this before. North sometimes just gets into a funk at the line, and there's just no digging out of it. Ay, ay, ay.
Well, that's
reminds
how
you of
the
that
North
freshman game.
Maybe I'll have a chance to explain that later.
Larson with another rebound. He's got a man open. Rudolph, good.
I have Preble for just over the amount of shot attempts that North had in the first half, and they're under a minute in the game. That with the combination of all their turnovers and lack of offensive rebounding.
There's an offensive foul. Now that one, Chris, I would say you wouldn't want to call a technical foul on, because he did catch it. Evan Mon in the ball game. for Eli Belmore.
Kyle Burgard, 2 baseball players. Kyle's going to shoot.
Bango, baby! Nice shot by Kyle Burgard. A long 3 for that young man. Good power dribble and a basket by Preble's Ryan Buss. And that breaks a long dry spell for the Hornets.
Good by Ryan Buss. Foul called on Evan Mon. Buss on the line.
Yeah, they're just 3 of 10 in the quarter.
Buss with the 3-point play. 58-45. Burgard, high off the glass, no good. Mon jumping for the rebound, but couldn't get it. Goes off a Preble player with 22 seconds left.
You know, I know you're a baseball player, but when you're 2 feet from the basket, you got to put that pickle in when nobody's there.
Burgard, he's feeling it. De Kaiser, no good. Larson with another rebound, Chris.
Now he's up to 7.
Burgard wants to shoot it, but he was off balance. And that's the ball game. North the winner, 58-45. Leading all scorers tonight was Davis Larson with 19. Leading Preble was Connor Lemons with 16. Chris, some comments about tonight's ball game, and then we'll wrap it up.
Well, 2 keys I mentioned at halftime: the offensive rebounds by North. They had a bunch, and all the turnovers it created on Preble, and they got a bunch of threes again tonight. North, they hit about 8 of them, and you win a lot of ball games doing that, and they remain in 4th place as we speak.
All right, with that, North a winner again, 58-45. Our next ball game will be, actually ball games will be on Saturday when South comes to the north side to play their rival in 2 games. We'll have the girls game at 6. The boys game follows about 25 minutes after that. For the crew, Kerry Kautzer and our director in the truck, our cameraman Eric Wiesman, my partner Chris Wright. I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.
We'd like to recognize our support people first. To start things off, the varsity team would like to recognize and thank Sergio Cavello.